All right, there's two games on the board for the KBL. I'm just gonna look at both and then decide which one I like more as far as putting a wager on. So, the first one is Anyang at Knights, and the second one is Phoebus at Sakers. As far as the names of the teams, depending on like what sportsbook or website, um, there's sometimes these names are different. So I'm just gonna go with here on soft score. So for future reference, I'm just gonna um go with the names here. So um as I said, looks like the game is gonna be tomorrow. Well, technically tomorrow morning, but it'll be at 1 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So that is a little over, maybe about 7 hours, 7 8 hours from now. But anyway, first game is Anyang um, at the Knights. Well, the Knights are the number one team in the league, so but they looks like they lost their last game to let me see, is it Pegasus? They lost a game to Pegasus, ranked 5. They lost 74-75, so they lost by 1 point to the fifth ranked team. So, and let's take a look at that game. I wonder if were at home. Ah, that's weird. They were at home and they lost by 1 point. Yeah. So I mean, you never know. I guess on some nights, number one team can lose. So it doesn't matter if you take the favorite or not. Sometimes if it's not their night, it's not their night. Uh, let me take a look what the spread is, bro. Looks like the spread on Hard Rock is Knights -3.5. The juice is -120. So Anyang is +3.5, -110. So that's about right. I don't think we really need to go any deeper than this. I mean, you got the number one team going against the number 6 team. Both did lose their previous games, but I mean, yeah, the Anyang lost to the Sakers, who are currently number 2, and Sonic Boom, who are number 3. So that's their bad luck. I mean, and then before that, they beat the last place team. So, um, I mean, I think there's no second guessing. There's in the KBL, a 10 team league, a small market. Like you don't need to flip flop. I mean, sometimes a spade is a spade. So like I think the number one team is gonna beat the number 6 team. Um, let me see. Well, they are playing at Anyang. Let me double check that. Yeah, I mean, so Anyang has home court advantage. Question is I think the Knights are gonna win. The question is, are they gonna cover the spread? What do you think? We're gonna let that stew for a while. So let's take a look at the next game. Uh, the second game on the board is Phoebus at Sakers. Also at 1 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on April 5th. Um, so Sakers are number 2 team. They won their last 2 games. Well, I mean they beat the Thunder, so last place. So that victory means nothing. And they beat Aegis before that, which is the number 8. So, well, they beat 2 teams with losing records at the bottom of the rankings. So that doesn't really say much either for the Sakers, but they are the number 2 team. So the spread for that It looks like. Um, looks like Sakers are favored as expected, minus 1.5 at minus 115. And the money line is minus 125. Um, both decent games, I think. Um, maybe we'll bet both. Who knows? Um, and apparently there is a third game that I did not notice. It's Sonic Boom, my team against Pegasus at 3 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Unfortunately, Sonic Boom let me down in the last game. Let's take a look at it. I think I don't know what happened. I think they lost by like 15 or 20 points. I didn't get to watch the game, but since I was at work, but yeah, they lost to Phoebus. 20 points to Phoebus, number 4. And they were at home too. So like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe point shaving or some of the guys on the side boom were having their periods that day or something. Who knows, man? But I don't know when shit like that happens. Like anything's possible. I mean, it's a small market league. I mean, it's not like the guys are getting paid like buku bucks like the NBA. So sometimes like these shenanigans happen, and you never know what the true reason is. But I don't know. Wow. I mean, damn, 3 games. I might have to bet all 3 games. Well, regardless of what happened in the last game, let me see if Sonic Boom. I'm tempted, man. I might have to stay away from Sonic Boom, even though they're my team. Considering that they lost by 20 points on the road, and they're gonna be, I think they're gonna bounce back. To be honest with you, but I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna make a read on this. I think I'm probably gonna bet on the first 2 games, and then depending how it goes, uh, I might bet on the Sonic Boom tomorrow. I mean, we'll see. Well, that's at 3 a.m., so we got time. I'm not gonna make a video on that one, so that's gonna be my own personal play. So, but you guys can decide what you want to do. All right. I think we're gonna bet on the first 2 games. Asking. I think I'm gonna go. I mean, the number 1 ranked team. Um, let me see what the spread is. 2.5. Okay, I'm gonna have to buy some points or a point. The most I can buy it looks like is SK Knights at minus 2.5 with the minus 140 juice. Now this is on Hard Rock, so you might be able to buy it up some more depending on what sports book you use, but um like I said before, the KBL is kind of volatile. And like the games are usually close, even if I mean, for the most part, even the losing teams, the skill level isn't that far apart. So, and any given day, there's always a possibility of an upset, but I don't think there's gonna be an upset against the Knights. I think the Knights are gonna win, but question is by how much. And looks like I'm gonna have to buy. I can't take the money line because it's 190, and I'm not gonna. That's too much juice. Like so, I mean, even though I usually say I'm okay with winning less as long as I'm winning. Like 190 is just too much juice to lay. So we're probably gonna do minus 2.5 at 140 um on the Knights. And for the second game, let's see if I can find it. The Sakers, I think that's a closer spread on that. Sakers, where is that? Okay. It's Sakers. Spread is minus 1.5 at minus 115. And Phoebus plus 1.5 is minus 115. So it's a coin flip. About right. Well, I'm gonna take the money line at minus 125. Again, like I said, these picks are not 100% guaranteed. These are just my own personal wagers. So you should decide based on your own reads who you should go with. But um, I in the KBL I usually avoid the spread if I can. I mean, minus 125 is not too bad as far as the juice because, like I said, sometimes the games are so close. Um, on these games, and anything could happen. Like what happened with Sonic Boom. I mean, Sonic Boom should have won their last game, but they lost by 20. So, you know, but all right. So, the main play is Knights plus 2.5, and the Sakers money line uh at minus 125. Um, so both games are tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, depending on where you are, at 1 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Um, and like I said, if these first two games go well, um, I'm probably gonna bet the Sonic Boom. Um, maybe if they're possible, they're in a bounce back spot. But on that one, that's gonna be like just because I'm a fan of the Sonic Boom, just and so I'm a little biased on that one. So, to be honest with you, I would avoid that game if I were you. I'd just pick the first two games on the board, or pick one. And like I said, these are my picks, so I'm not 100% correct on these. So and I'm okay with losing my money, and I only gamble with what I can afford to lose, and hopefully you're doing the same. So if you have a different read than me, then go for it. Or if you just want to fade me, hey, that's you might win. Who knows? But anyway, that's it for today as far as for the KBL. So I'll see you guys next time.